Hi, I'm Mr. Wilson, one of the head coaches of the Half Hollow Hills FRC robotics team. Our primary objective as coaches is to give each member an opportunity to pursue his or her interests as they relate to science, technology, engineering, and math. In other words, STEM. Remember, this is a robotics team, so our primary emphasis is ultimately on producing effective robots for competitions. However, as we do this, we also pursue many other avenues of learning and community involvement. Our team has several departments: robot building, hardware, software, safety, competition, public relations, outreach, video, creative arts, scouting, drive team. Following my video and introduction, you'll be hearing from the leader or leaders of each department in an accompanying video. I want to encourage you to get involved in the team, and furthermore, I want you to understand that ultimately anyone could hold a leadership role. This is something that any of you could achieve. So watch the introductions from our leaders and think about the things you would like to do. Remember, running a robotics team does require a lot of students with a lot of different skills. So consider how your skills and interests might match up with our needs. And if you just want a cool activity to be a part of, robotics is one of the best. There's a lot we can teach you if you want to learn, and there are a lot of different areas where you could be productive and contribute to the team. So have a great summer, and I hope to see you in our upcoming robotics meetings.
Hi everybody, I'm Ms.Brandwein. I'm one of the coaches for the robotics team, and I work closely with the pro team in putting together a lot of the stuff that we need for chairmen, such as the essay and the short answers. We also do a lot of the outreach and public relations activities, such as the SEPTA Fair and the Fall Festival, putting together food for the food drives, island harvest, and all the other activities. We did a lot with the Crazy Eights, where we went into the elementary schools, and that was a lot of fun too. So if you pay close attention to what each of the leaders have to say about what their job is, I encourage you to apply for one of those positions for next year, and you could help make this club a fantastic experience for yourself and for everybody else at High School East and West. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Dobstaff, and I was the team captain for the FRC 2019 to 2020 season. A few things you should know if you're going to apply for team captain are that you're not going to just be in where you're used to being on the team anymore. So I know for many of you, you will spend your time in one place. So you'll be in the pro room, or you'll be in the build room, or you'll be in the cafeteria with drive team or software or any of those other things. And now you're going to have to find yourself spread out among all of it. So you're going to spend a lot of time communicating between the different aspects of the team, making sure that everyone has what they need, and making sure that everyone knows what everyone else is doing. So for me, that meant I had to step out of the build room, step more into the pro room, talk with them a lot more, and also do the same for the cafeteria with drive team, software, creative arts, and safety, and competition, and scouting, and everything else. So things I didn't even touch before, I now found myself keeping myself involved and keeping myself updated and making sure that everyone was on track and had everything they needed. On top of this, you'll notice that I'm usually at the front of meetings, and I'm talking, and I'm one of the main people saying everything that's going on during the week. And that's another big point, is you need to know everything that's going on, and you need to be the first person that people feel they can approach and ask questions about. And even if you don't have the answer, people need to know that you can direct them to someone who does have the answer. So that's another big thing with team captain, is being able to be open to anyone on the team and being able to communicate with anyone, any concerns, any issues, any questions, anything they have. On top of that, some little things are you get to go out on the field during competition, and you get to either pick alliances or get accepted for an alliance. You also get to run leadership meetings and set deadlines for different things that you feel need to get done. Other than that, being team captain is what you make of it, I feel like a lot of, and, you'll be remembered for, most of all, what your impact on the team was and how you were able to lead and, change and grow the team as time comes. So if you're at all interested in anything I just said, and you feel like you have the experience on the team and the knowledge, and you feel like you're ready to give it a go, then by all means apply to be team captain. Good luck to everyone.
Hi guys, my name is Rishi and I was the assistant team captain for the 2019 to 2020 season. One thing you should know if you plan on applying for this role is that it heavily relies on your ability to communicate. You need to work a lot with your team captain, which for me was Jordan, and you're going to bounce ideas back and forth and come up with ways to better the team and fix internal conflicts. You're also going to work a lot with the other team or the other leaders in all different departments, whether it be build, pro, or drive, which means in order to do this role well, you need to understand all aspects of the team and how they function. I suggest to go out of your comfort zone, which for me was the pro team, and get involved in other aspects, whether it be just talking to the leaders or going to their meetings or learning about how they function and what their specific role in the team is. You need to work with each leader individually to fix their internal conflicts and help them implement their ideas, and also help them all work together cohesively, especially during competition season and build season. In addition to talking to them and working with them, you also need to work on listening to them and helping them implement their ideas. Since they are working hands-on with the underclassmen, they know what they need to help them learn and to help them better understand the processes of the team. You have to work with them to come up with new ideas and help implement theirs into the team and make them a part of that team structure. This was one of the most challenging but rewarding roles I've ever been in, and if you plan on applying, good luck. I hope you get it.
Buonvenito. My name is Diaz, and I'm the software director. I'm here today to talk to you about what I did this year, so if you're interested in becoming the software director next year, you know what you're in for. So I spent my time split between two core tasks. My first task was to oversee the development of a robot's code. I would keep track of the problems you're facing, and then I would delegate tasks to my software team members to make sure there's constant development on the robot. I would also look ahead and I would see what problems we might face. I would research whatever tools that we need to make sure that our development doesn't hit any new roadblocks. My other task was to teach. So on my own time, I would develop curriculum to help kids learn how to program the robot. I would also sit down with individual members and work on previous year's robots to help build them up to the point where they could work on our team. If you're interested in this position, please apply. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nebil Oumer, and I've been the hardware director for the past 2 years. I'm here to explain to you what I did during my time so you know what you're getting yourself into when you apply for this role. So during my time in this role, I have provided lessons to new and current team members, both in preseason and in season. I've managed and led the CAD team by delegating work for robot-related CAD and non-robot-related CAD. I've also organized files, keeping a clean workspace within CAD. I've also kept track of our 3D printers by providing maintenance and upgrading them. I've also kept track of part inventory, the bill of materials, and list of parts for ordering. So if you are interested in taking on this role next year, I highly encourage you to apply. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Simone. I am a junior and I am a build team leader.
Hi, my name is Kevin Hoxha. I'm one of the build team leaders on Team 3624.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Givre. I'm one of the 4 build team leaders. And basically what that means is during build season, we design and construct the robot. And during the off season, we plan to teach workshops to students interested in learning how to build during build season. So what's expected of us is that we are basically, one of us is always there during build season in the room, making sure things are going smoothly. We should have an idea of how the current year's robot is constructed and how it is designed and what its general purposes are. We need to know our way around the build room, where stuff is located, what tools are where, and you should be able to teach newer and less experienced members of the team that are interested in build.
So what is a build team leader? A build team leader is someone who is knowledgeable about the different tools and machines in the robotics room, and someone who has a good understanding of the various components that go into a robot. A build team leader is also someone who can teach other members about the different parts in building a robot, whether that be constructing the various subsystems or using the necessary tools in doing so. The purpose of a build team leader is someone who can help in the design and build process of the robot during the season. What is expected of a build team leader is someone who's responsible, patient, and someone who is able to dedicate a good amount of time into this team. Someone who is reliable.
So the build team leaders are the people who are in charge of the construction process of the robot. There's 4 build team leaders, and they work together throughout the build season to design the robot and construct it, along with help from normal members as well. And before the build season, they teach workshops to new members to teach them how to things about like robot electronics and things of that nature, so that they're just up to speed for the build season. So some of the expectations of being a build team member or leader, one of the top priorities is attendance, because we always want to have at least one build team leader in the room at all times, just so that they can oversee what's happening, help out members if they need it. They need to have extensive knowledge of how the robot is constructed, because at competition, people will ask, people will go to them, and if something's wrong with it, people will go to them to fix it. They need to know their way about the build room, and be able to tell others where stuff is, where other stuff is located, how to use things, and stuff of that nature. And lastly, they should also be able to have good leadership qualities and be able to teach other members things, especially prior to the build season beginning, because that's when we strive to get all of our members up to speed. So some of the things that I've done with this position this year have been, I have led the construction process of a few key parts of our robot. So the shooting mechanism, I was able to create a few prototypes for, but mainly I was working on the climbing mechanism using PVC pipes. Also, before the build season, we introduced a couple of new workshops, including the frame workshop, where we taught you guys how to just construct a simple frame using C channels.
So this year, one of the things that I did was I tried to incorporate build into PR and go for the Engineering Inspiration Award, which is just one of the awards given out at competitions. So what that involved for me was setting up a log where students would put in their daily activities and what they did every day, so that we could have an idea of the progress of our robot and the other PR activities going on during the team build season.
So what have I done as a build team leader? Very good question. So at the beginning of each year, we hold workshops that are meant to help educate our members about the different parts of the robot and how to construct them. So this year, I have helped lead some of these workshops, such as the electronics workshops. I have also helped in discussing the different designs in building our robot this year. What else have I done? Good question. I, along with a few other of our members, have helped construct different parts of the robot, one of which being the shooter. Yup. And yeah, that's a few of the things that I have done as a build team leader. If you are interested and think you are able to do some of the things that I have mentioned, please apply. Be very excited.
So I believe that if you enjoy engineering and design, and as well as problem solving, then you should join Build Team. Sounds like the right place for you. And if you also enjoy teaching and leading others, then you may also be interested in applying for a Build Team leader position.
So yeah, that's what the position entails. If you think that you're interested in being hands-on with the robot, teaching others about it, if you like engineering and problem solving, then I think this position could be good for you, and I encourage you all to apply.
Hello, my name is Jason. I've been the competition director for the past 2 years, and in those 2 years I've been in charge of many aspects of competition, including preparation and setup. Ever since 2016, our team has been developing a trust system called the Pit. The Pit is where we work on the robot between matches and where we store all of our tools and supplies. Think of it as a pit stop during a NASCAR race. One of the things I helped develop and maintain is the lighting system. The lighting system lets our team pop out during competition. The fact that we make our lighting from scratch has impressed judges and other teams. Also, I developed a pit crew that helps work on and maintain the pit before and during competition. Other things I've done include development of LED signs that allow our team to pop out in the stands during our match and show our support for our drive team. Also, as competition director, I broke down and tore apart the manual, which allowed the replication of the field and its elements, so drive team can practice driving in a semi-realistic environment. I also worked with our drive team captain in order to make our first drive team written test so we can choose our drivers more seamlessly. For those interested in becoming the director of competition, this role is malleable. Other than what I've done so far, you can develop projects that support our team during competition and make the role your own.
Woo! Hello, my name is Bretschneider and I'm the Director of Outreach. The Director of Outreach is responsible for running and organizing our outreach events throughout the entire season. This person is expected to be on top of their deadlines and to also keep the team informed of when the event is, with the exact date and address. One of the ways I tried to make the outreach position a lot easier was to create a volunteer hour sheet. This sheet consists of everyone's name on the team, and each time a person came into an event, they would check their name off, and when they left, they would check their name off again and see how long they were there. With this, the pro team was able to compile a sheet with all the hours for how long each person was at each event. With this came the requirement that each team member had to fulfill at least 15 hours so they can participate in our upcoming competition. If you are applying for this job, you need to take in consideration of all the responsibilities, but also you need to have enthusiasm and just enjoy the job. Thank you.
PR is split into 3 parts: the preseason, the midseason, and postseason. Preseason is when we have the workshops for the incoming freshmen, and we set up events like the Invitational, and what we did this year was work with Make-A-Wish. That's when the front of our events, or the main portion of our events, happens. There's a lot of work to be done, but it's more so just showing up to events. During the mid-season is when you have the real heavy lifting of PR, which is the chairman's, the video, the summaries, and the essay. The essay being a free-form writing piece explaining what we've accomplished over the past year. The summaries being a list of questions that the judges ask and we give straightforward responses to. And the video being a visual story, if you will, of our year. A lot of time goes into these chairman's pieces, and a lot of the work falls on the leaders of PR for it. Now, you'd like for everybody, and most of us would like for everybody to have an equal part in doing it, but some things just don't turn out the way they're expected to. So as a leader, you will have to step up and take part in more than what you signed up for when it comes to those chairman essays. I know that I had to and Dylan had to this year, and you kind of just got to do it with a smile. Not to say that your entire, during like mid-season, will be spent on the chairmans. You can spend more time in the build room or driving the robot if you want to. It's all up to you what you want to do, but those chairman essays are a very, very important part. And our postseason consists mostly of smaller events, as well as setting up workshops and events for next year, and getting back in touch with collaborative groups we worked with this year for the incoming students next year, get some events in.
Hello, my name is Alex and I was the safety captain. The safety captain's responsibilities include making sure everybody is being safe throughout the year and presenting yourself and the team as safe during competition. Some of the things I've done during the year include teaching kids how to be safe during Safety Saturday, making sure kids are following through on the rules throughout the year, creating the safety boards, which can be seen above the computers in the robotics room, and creating battery spill kits. Unfortunately, competition this year was cancelled. However, it is still expected that the safety captain participates in the safety meeting and makes sure that his or her knowledge is expressed to other teams and judges. You should apply for this role because it represents one of the most important aspects to our robotics team, and you have the power to stop people from acting like idiots. So make sure to apply and good luck.
Hi, my name is Jeff Liu and I'm the Creative Arts Director of Team 3624. My job is to take pictures and videos of everything that the team does, keeping in mind that I need to create the chairman's video at the end. This video describes the community outreach that the team accomplished and how they work together. I'm also in charge of designing apparel for the team so we could fundraise within the team itself, and I also design posters for events that the team holds or fundraising such as for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. As a team leader this year, I took around my super cool camera to take pictures of the Invitational and Safe Halloween and other events such as, let's say, Island Harvest. I also design apparel such as this one right here. That's super cool. And I would say some of the challenges that I went through while doing all this is communication. For example, I need to make sure I talk to the company that makes these sweatshirts for like how expensive it would be to make each one and if it fits all the dimensions and all that. And I would say if you're good at organizing and communicating with everybody on the team, because you need consent to take all these pictures, I would say you should try to go for this position. And I say good luck to everybody. Thank you.